Mechanical Passion warmly welcomes all dear viewers. Today, we once again have the chance to accompany each other on a fascinating journey where patience, meticulousness, and passion transform what once seemed discarded into something truly remarkable. And our main character, the familiar girl known for her impressive restoration work, will continue to bring us an experience that's hard to look away from. Throughout the previous videos, you've probably noticed a very special common point. Most of the vehicles that come to her carry the marks of time, often with an age of over 50 years. These are not just old machines, but true witnesses of history, having rolled through decades, endured harsh conditions, and eventually ended up in severe deterioration. Some have completely peeling paint, exposing rusted metal underneath. Others have engines that have fallen asleep for a very long time, seemingly beyond any chance of running again. Yet the magic begins exactly from those seemingly hopeless conditions. With her skillful hands and burning passion, our girl has gradually brought back to life each vehicle, giving them a completely new appearance, sometimes even more stunning than in their prime. This is what creates the unique attraction of the channel, where viewers don't just watch for entertainment, but also feel the value of persistence and creativity. And today, the vehicle we are about to explore is no exception. At first glance, you can see that its outer paint is aged, but not yet severely damaged. The metal parts still maintain a relatively intact shape and are not corroded as heavily as many previous vehicles. However, that doesn't mean it is in good condition. Looking more closely, you'll notice that a thick layer of dirt has accumulated over a long period of time. Every small gap, every hidden corner of the vehicle is filled with dust, mud, and debris. The engine is also a big question mark. Even though the exterior doesn't appear severely rusted, no one can be sure that the inside is still functional. After decades without maintenance, internal components may be worn out, dried up, or even completely seized. Based on initial impressions, this vehicle is likely around 50 years old, give or take. However, the exact number remains an interesting mystery. And this is where you, our dear viewers, can take part in the journey. How old do you think this vehicle is? 40 years? 50 years? Or even older? Leave your guesses in the comments so everyone can join the discussion. Who knows? You might be the one who gets closest to the correct answer. What makes it even more interesting is that this vehicle is not unfamiliar. If you watched the previous video, you'll recognize that this is the same vehicle she decided to purchase for $3,000. That's not a small amount for an old machine with an uncertain condition. This decision reflects her confidence and experience in evaluating the restoration potential of a vehicle. And today, we will find out whether that decision was truly the right one. Does this vehicle still have enough life left to be revived? Or will it become the toughest challenge she has ever faced? Everything begins with the very first steps of the restoration process. The first task, without a doubt, is a complete cleaning. With such a thick layer of dirt covering the entire vehicle, this will not be an easy job. It requires not only time, but also patience and attention to detail. Every small corner, every line on the surface must be carefully cleaned in order to accurately assess the true condition beneath the dirt. You might think that washing a vehicle is just a simple step, but in this case, it plays a crucial role. Only after removing all the dirt can we clearly see cracks, rust spots, or hidden damage. This is the foundation for deciding the next steps in the restoration process. Once the cleaning is complete, the detailed inspection begins. From the chassis and suspension system to the engine and other mechanical components, everything will be thoroughly examined. Parts that are still usable will be preserved, while damaged components will need to be repaired or replaced. This is where the girls' experience and skills truly shine. The process is not just about fixing a machine, it's also like a journey of discovery. Every vehicle has its own story, and through each detail and trace left behind, we can begin to understand its past. Perhaps this vehicle once served a family for generations, or maybe it was used for a specific kind of work. Whatever the case, restoring it also means preserving a piece of history. The road ahead will certainly not be easy. There will be challenges, and there may be parts that seem beyond repair, but it is exactly these difficulties that make the journey more meaningful. And that's what keeps us captivated by every step of the restoration. Every stage, from disassembling parts, cleaning, repairing, to reassembling, requires complete focus. Even a small mistake could affect the entire process. But with persistence and passion, our girl has proven many times that no challenge is impossible to overcome. So let's continue to watch and feel every moment of this journey. From a dusty, worn-out vehicle that was almost forgotten, can it return with a completely new appearance? Can its engine run again like it once did? All of this will gradually be revealed step by step. Don't forget to leave your guess about the vehicle's age, as well as your thoughts during the process. Your interaction is the motivation for the channel to keep bringing more engaging content. And now, let's begin this exciting restoration journey together. I truly feel a deep sense of admiration for this girl's talent and professionalism. Every time I watch her work, I realize more and more that this is not just a job. It's a combination of passion, skill, and an incredible level of perseverance. Right from the very first steps, such as washing and thoroughly cleaning the vehicle, she already shows remarkable care and attention to detail. It's not just about spraying water to remove dirt. She knows exactly how to handle every area and every corner to make sure that years of accumulated grime are completely removed. Under the flowing water, the vehicle gradually reveals its true condition, almost as if it's being awakened after a long sleep. Even this step alone clearly reflects her patience and dedication to the work. But what impresses me the most is when she starts dealing with the rusted parts. Using a machine to grind away rust is not as simple as many people might think. It requires skillful control, a good sense of touch, and especially experience to apply just the right amount of force. Not too strong to damage the metal surface, but not too light to make the process ineffective. Watching her hold the grinder, with every movement being precise, confident, and decisive, I have absolutely no doubt about her level of craftsmanship. I have personally tried doing this kind of work before, and I must admit, it is far more difficult than it appears. Just a slight loss of focus or an incorrect technique can lead to poor results. That's why seeing her perform the task so smoothly and professionally makes me admire her even more. This is not something that can be achieved overnight. It is clearly the result of a long process of practice and experience. Not stopping there, her painting skills are also extremely impressive. Painting a vehicle requires a high level of precision, from mixing the paint, adjusting spray pressure, to controlling hand movement so that the paint layer is even and smooth. Even a small mistake can cause uneven coating or reduce the overall finish quality. Yet she handles all of this with ease and confidence. What surprises me even more is her ability to work in an environment filled with strong paint fumes. Personally, just the smell of paint is enough to make me uncomfortable, even give me a headache. But she is completely different. She remains fully focused, works quickly and decisively, and shows no signs of being affected. This proves that not only her skills, but also her endurance and work mentality are at a very high level. Overall, this girl is not just someone who knows how to fix vehicles. She is a true professional with solid skills and a highly efficient working style. Every movement she makes reflects a deep understanding of her craft, along with a genuine passion for what she does. That is exactly what makes her stand out and keeps viewers engaged throughout the entire process. What about you? What do you think about her skills and working ability? Are you as impressed as I am, or do you have a different perspective? Feel free to leave your comments so everyone can share their thoughts. And honestly, if you've watched up to this point and haven't given her a like yet, that would truly be a small miss. Because what she has shown is not only worthy of recognition, but also a great source of inspiration for anyone who loves mechanics and vehicle restoration.